Hello, my name's David Ofori Zapparoli, and I want to show you how to load film into a developing tank. So let's get started. First, lay out the things that you'll need to load the tank. So film, bottle opener, scissors, the two reels, developing tank, bottom and the lid, and a 1/4 inch or 6 millimeter piece of styrofoam or 1 inch wide masking tape that's been rolled to 6 millimeter stick. Now, the next part is that you're going to have to do in complete darkness, so you'll have to turn out the lights. Just make sure that you remember where the things are on the table before you turn the lights out, or you'll be fumbling around and you might knock things off the table and so on. So take your bottle opener and open the canister. There it is. So it's out. So you go to where it widens to the width of the full width of the film, and about 1 inch down you just make your cut nice and straight. After you cut off the tongue of the film, just gently roll it to the very end. It's not going to hurt the film if you do this in the darkness. Just roll it to the very end and cut off the spool. And this will save you the trouble of having to try to cut off the spool once it's on the reel. Right? That means you only have to use your scissors once. You won't have to fumble around again. Okay, so then I would go back to the beginning. Again, just takes a few seconds. And pick up the reel. This one happens to have a clip in it. Okay, the clip. Some don't have a clip, but this has a clip. So if possible, it's better to get, you can find these reels all over the place on Kijiji or even on eBay. But if you have a choice, get the ones without the clip. Because I think it's actually, those clips do not help. In fact, they may make loading the film more difficult because if the film isn't put on the clip, under the clip properly, it could just end up buckling all that much easier, and then you're going to have problems. So what I do is I just push. I take the film like this. There's the film reel or the steel reel. And you have to make sure that these are pointing towards your film, the tongue of your film, right? These two things that are sticking out at the end of the reel. So they're pointing towards your film, and you put the tongue of the film into the you put it into the core, and you can put it up against the clip. But don't put it under the clip. Don't clip it. Don't put the film underneath the clip. Just put it to the end there and hold it with your thumb and middle finger. And then what you do is, when you've got a good grip on that, and you can put your forefinger on top of it as well, just to make sure it has a good grip there, and then just starts to wind down like this. You just pull gently and start to wind. You have to do this all by feel. And this is very important. Push back a little bit the other way, and you should get a little bit of give. If it's stuck, if there's no movement at all on that track, can you see the things moving? Of course you can't see it in the dark, but you can see the sprockets on the sides moving. That's a good sign. That means it's not jamming and that you can continue to roll. Okay? So just continue to roll, and then check every couple of turns to make sure that it's still going on okay. Yeah, you see, look at the give there. You see the sprocket holes are moving. That's a good sign. So I finished rolling the film onto the reel. Okay, so this was a roll of 24 exposure film. So it's not going to go to the very outer edge. If you had a roll of 36, of course, it would go right to the outer edge, and the whole reel would be taken up with the film. So with this one I have a little bit left. Then you roll, then you load your reels in. They're both good rolls of film, and you put the other one on top. And then this is where this piece of styrofoam becomes important. Okay, I use this and I jam it in to the tank. I try to make room, and I put it between the reel and the wall of the tank, and I push it along the reel until you can see that it's in there, styrofoam or roll of masking tape, whatever it is. And maybe, yeah, it shouldn't be sticking up too much. It should be close to the top of the tank, because when you put the lid on, you want to be able to get the lid on okay. So once you've got that, you just put your lid on like so, and then you're ready to go. You just got to get your chemicals and you're ready to start developing. So this little piece of styrofoam or masking tape, whatever you end up using, the reason that it's important is that when it's in the tank, what it does, it prevents the reels from moving in the tank, because there is a little space between the roof of the tank and the steel reels. And when you're inverting the tank, when you're trying to invert it, when you're agitating the chemicals, what happens is the edges of the film are going to get developed more than the middle of the film, and that causes the increased density on the edges of the film. And what that does is when you go to print it, it'll be uneven. The edges of your frame will be lighter than other parts of the frame, and it just doesn't look right. So that little piece of styrofoam does make a difference. Okay, so I hope that helps you in developing film in a professional way, and thanks for listening, and I hope you liked the video.